You've been working on this one for 3 years?
Yeah, the lead. Well, I knocked it. They had some missing shingles up front. And then the wife, no, nobody answered that day. And then I came back one time and the wife answered. She was like, I don't know. You know, I talked to my husband. He has a friend, I think, that's in the business. And then he never called. So a few months later, I was in the area and I stopped by and I put my, I wrote a little letter, put my business card in a little, I think it was like $20 coffee gift card. And he actually called me back. He's like, look, you took the time to write me a letter, give me a gift card. The least I can do is, you know, give you a little bit of my time and hear what you have to say. And then I came, met with him, and at the time, his roof was the original roof to the house. He did additions to it, but even those were old. So when I did the inspection, I was like, hey, you got plenty of damage. And if I were you, because of how old and how much wear and tear is on this roof, I would file it. And he spoke with his agent. The agent was like, nah, I don't think it's time, which he had no idea what he was talking about because it was time. But I'm not pushy, so when he told me he didn't want to do it, I was like, okay, just keep in mind that the older this roof gets, the harder it's going to be for you to get it approved because the aging and the, you know, granular loss and all that's going to work against you when you're trying to file a claim. So you're actually making it harder on yourself. But he didn't do it, and he just wanted me to do some patchwork with the missing shingles, so I did that, and I didn't charge him for it. And then he called me back the year after just to do an inspection because he had a leak, so I fixed that above the garage. And then, when was it? The beginning, no, last year, in the middle of last year, he was, all right, Spencer, I'm ready. File a claim. And I was like, okay. I was like, just keep in mind what I said, and more than likely you're gonna be up for a fight. And sure enough, they came out. The guy that came out here the first time, he said that there was enough damage, and you know, he made it seem like they were gonna approve it. And then the desk adjuster called him, you know, a few days later, said I reviewed the photos, it's not gonna be approved for a replacement. And then I fought that. I did another inspection, took like 100 photos and submitted them. And I asked for a re-inspection because with the insurance, you have the legal right to ask for a second inspection. It's called a re-inspection. And basically you're just saying, I don't agree with the first guy's assessment. Can you send, you know, another one of your guys out here to take a look? And they agreed to it. They brought another guy out, and even that guy came out and he was more honest. He was like, look, man, I see it up here, but I'm gonna tell you right now it's gonna be hard because of how old it is. He's like, but I'm gonna try my best. So he took photos of everything, and then again, they denied it. And then at that point, once you exhaust that resource of doing the re-inspection, you have to get a public adjuster involved. And then the homeowner actually has to pay him to do his job.
Jeez.
The good thing is a public adjuster only charges you if he wins, but you know, it depends on who you're working with. It could be anywhere from 5, 7%, or 10% of the claim.
Wow.
So he ended up winning, but it cost, you know, I think the claim came out to 71,000, so he paid him 7,000 something. And in my opinion, man, to be honest, I think the insurance should pay that because all he did was get a third party to get the insurance to do what they should have done to begin with. Because it's not like he created damage. He came out here just to prove his point and make them.
So it makes no sense for him to be out of pocket.
Give the homeowner the coverage that he already pays for. Yeah. So in my opinion, I'm like, look, if I can prove that you need to pay for this and you agree, at that point you should pay for the public adjuster because you should have done this to begin with, and that's an expense that should have never happened.
Yeah.
But that's not. They make the homeowner pay for it. So.